Well, good day everybody. Going to do a video here just showing how much weight I was able to take off gutting the heating and air conditioning system mostly. And there's a few things that I'm not taking into consideration that I just have taken out along the way and kind of lost track of. But for the most part, I think most of it's here that I'm going to weigh, so I can really give you a good idea of how much I've taken out. So the whole blower motor assembly that goes back in this corner, well, the blower motor's down there, but it's the whole box, and that's all out. The air conditioning is completely deleted. The pump would have sat right here about from factory, and on the inside everything's gutted out. There's no AC. Now this also contains a few things like vacuum lines and stuff like that, but 99% of it is all the weight from, or is all going to be components of the AC and heating system and ducting. So here's the pile of stuff. Now I guess the other somewhat major thing, it's not a ton of weight, but it's all the sound deadening insulation. It's also heat insulation too, and then a few vacuum canisters that were in the engine bay. But like I said, the majority of it is HVAC stuff. This is the heat pump, or the air conditioning pump. And so anyways, I'm going to put you guys up here to see. You can see my scale there. So I'm going to weigh the first bucket I got. You know what? But if I do it like that, well, okay, so that's 30 pounds. I'll just move it so you can see and verify. 30 pounds. All right. Now this next one is going to be a big one. So in here, I showed you already have the air conditioning pump. Got the heater core. Let's see. The blower motor. What's left of it? It was really rusted. Is that going to stay in there? Canisters. These canisters don't weigh a ton. I'd say they're maybe like 2 pounds each, but more than anything, it's just a lot of bulk, a lot of room that I'm freeing up. And then there's just a couple inconsequentials over there that I don't really have room for, but this is all 70 pounds. So that's 100 pounds that I've taken off just from gutting the heating and air conditioning. And taking into consideration the weight of the buckets, which isn't much, but one thing I didn't weigh is the AC condenser. So that would compensate for the extra weight of the buckets. It's definitely weighs more than the buckets do, but so it just goes to show, you can take off quite a bit of weight. There's a calculation, and I don't know, I can't think of what the numbers are off the top of my head, but there's a calculation for how much weight you take off a vehicle and how much faster it'll be on a quarter mile. I'm gonna have to I'll see if I can find that, but if anybody knows, just put that in the comments. But there is a calculation, that I'm sure it's not exactly specific car to car, but essentially for every so many pounds that you take off, it'll be so many tenths of a second faster or whatever it is. So but it does make a big difference. The car is a lot faster already, and last time I drove it, it had all this stuff in it. So But that's a little update on what I'm working on today. It's kind of late in the day, but I thought I'd work on the car for a little bit at least. So, but yeah, having a bit of a late start today. It's already like 6 o'clock, and I'm just kind of getting to things now. But had to go dig up my fittings for my coolant. So these are the feed lines that go to would have gone to the old heater box. And I'm not sure. I might just, if they're in okay shape when I clean them up, whatever, I might just cut the pipe off with a little bit of a stub, thread those into the block and the water pump, and instead of buying new fittings. But I'll see. I mean, I could probably pick up some ribbed fittings for pretty cheap. So they go here, and the lines feed. Now I just need to double check on that. It's been like 4 years, but I'm almost positive the 2 feed lines are here, because I don't think there's anywhere else. So I just plugged them off before because I got rid of, my thought was that I'm not going to run heat, but as it turns out, I do need to have heat too, or defrost at least, to pass inspection. So that's going to be in a coming video here, but this is going to get closed off so there's no exhaust fumes going into the cab, and then I'll have to drill 2 new holes to run the heating hoses through, and then that spot has to be closed off too, because that's a spot, but I'll probably close that off inside the cab, but I'm not quite sure yet. And yeah, just working on getting the dash kind of sorted out. For the most part, I'm going to put it back intact. There's a few things that I don't need on it that I'm going to, I think, just cut off, but I haven't quite decided on that yet. I'm going to try to reuse the original boots here for the defrost, or at least one of them. I might move this one over here and just do like a central defrost, but I'm not quite sure, because this boot here has a different fitting, oddly enough. So I'll have to figure something out there, because on the heating box that I got, the aftermarket one, it has round fitting. So I'll either have to find if that maybe has an adapter somewhere that I just don't know about. But yeah, so 100 pounds off plus some, because this is not, like I said, this is not everything. And I would have liked to have weighed this car when I first got it. I didn't think to do that, but I know if I go online, I can find what this would have weighed from the factory. I might even be able to find it on the VIN tag, I'm not sure. But if I could wager a guess, I'm probably 300 pounds lighter right now than I was factory. So it does add up. With the back seats out, the sound deadening that they put in these cars, it's kind of a luxury high-end car, so I think they'd really go extra, they go the extra mile for sound deadening, because it was thick. It's been so long, but I think I filled up like 2 pounds like this with sound deadening, and like it's heavy stuff, like it's a bit of a chore lifting those up. So plus the carpet, which doesn't weigh a lot. I haven't weighed out the radio and all sorts of gadgets that I'm not using, so it adds up. But anyway, so just to show how much this stuff actually weighs, and it does make a big difference. So anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. There's a lot more content to come. It's been pretty busy. I've been sick for a while, and then been helping out some friends and things like that, so I haven't worked on the car for probably about a month now. But trying to get back into the swing of it a little bit, and at least put in a half an hour here or there where I have time. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.